this is Shweta from Dharamshala Animal Rescue.
Hi everyone, this is Amy with Primates Incorporated and ReelTime Animal Rescue.
Hello everyone, this is Becky, a Blue for the Horse-Linkshire Misfit Mustangs.
ReelTime Animal Rescue with Julie McLaughlin of Indiana Skunk Rescue.
Yep, get her. You got her? Judy, God bless you. Oh my God.
This is a big brown bat who is really enjoying his mealworms.
They actually just had their breakfast.
Hello and welcome. I'm Krista Embry, founder of ReelTime Animal Rescue and Compassion Education Connect and Inspire. What you're about to see today is happening right now in the real world, and you're going to meet people who are helping animals and protecting our planet. When you learn with compassion, you don't just gain knowledge, you create change. So today isn't just about watching, it's about you and the difference you can make in our world. Welcome to Compassion Education Connect and Inspire. We're so glad you're here.
Hey guys, we're so excited to be here with y'all today. I'm Terry.
And I'm Jeff.
And we're SEMO Exotic Sanctuary, and we're very happy to be part of the Compassion Education. We're here with just 4 of our capuchins. It'll probably get wild, so just bear with us. You might see the camera shut off, and that'll be because Sophie goes over and flips the lens. But we just kind of want to share with you real quick just a few things about who we are and what we do. As a sanctuary, what we do is, us personally, we take in different types of exotic animals. They're sometimes here because of neglect. Sometimes it's because they had medical issues that their previous owners could not handle anymore. And then there's times where we've had, like with Sophie, the people that had taken her in as a baby, that mama got really sick and she was not doing very good. She ended up with a real bad cancer, and so they needed to give her to a home that would love her, and that's kind of why she's here. But one thing that we always like to share with everybody is, in today's world, we have become what we call a throwaway society. And what that means is that animals are cute when they're babies. Oh, they're adorable when they're little and they're playful. But then as they get older like this, then everybody doesn't want to deal with them anymore, because with age comes more cost. With age comes more vet visits, and with age comes a lot more responsibility. One of the things that makes us different than, say, like a zoo or some of the other different rescues, in us being a sanctuary, when they come to us, they're here to stay. They don't leave. We don't find new homes for them. We bring them here and they stay with us until their time is up and they go home and go to a different, basically, you know, trying to be nice the rest of their lives. Yes, exactly. Each of ours has their own story. This is where they get new stories in their lives. When they come to us, not only do they get a new chance at life, they get new names. So they have a new identity completely. With the new name, and the whole reason why we do that is, for instance, with the one that's in the floor that's been up here, the bigger one that was jumping, he had a different name. And he had a lot of medical reasons when he got here. And it was, I don't want to say abuse, but it had gotten kind of rough for him at his home because he got where he was not being a good boy anymore. So we figure with the new name, it gives him a whole new start. He doesn't have to hear that old name anymore and feel like that's his label, that's his identity anymore. So basically, we ripped off that old label of what he was before, and we gave him a whole new chance at life.
Because he had a lot of medical issues that made him, because obviously animals can't talk to us in our language, so it's hard for them to express to us what is wrong with them. And especially with monkeys. Monkeys in the wild, whenever they've got a problem, they belong to a troop or a family like we do, but they can't tell their, Sophie, they can't tell their family that they've got a problem. And mostly because in the wild, everybody is depended on for strength and good for the group. So if you've got a weak link or somebody that's sick, it could bring in predators, it could bring in more sickness. So they tend to either run them out of the troop or even destroy them. They'll kill them off to keep them from killing others. So monkeys expect that mentality even from us. So they
Nope.
what they will do is whenever they're sick, whenever they're hurt, they'll attack us when we come to them because they think that's what's to them. So with his previous owners that he knew he was sick, he knew he had a lot of infection and the things that they didn't know was going on with him. So he would fight against them like he was trying to fight for his life because in his mind, that's what he was doing.
That includes biting and biting severely.
And they tend to go for eyes, so he would slap and scratch at their eyes and those kind of things. So it took us getting to a different vet and finding out that part of his problem was that, of course, his diet was really bad. His diet had been to where he drank a lot of Mountain Dew. He drank a lot of stuff that wasn't good for him. He ate just junk food, stuff that wasn't healthy. So he had a lot of infection in his mouth and his teeth. He had a medical issue in his inside, so he just was in bad shape medically. So he would attack. So they just took that as being he was never going to be a good boy again. He'd never be able to be handled like he's been. And he's still rough because that's the life he's lived for so long. But he has gotten to where now, as you can tell, he's still a little rougher than anybody else. He plays harder. He's just a bigger monkey. With Annie, her issues, I mean, she's had a lot of medical issues, but she's so old, she can't actually
I'm going to
bite
step
anymore.
up to the camera because I want you guys to see. I'm trying to look through the other camera, so that's what I'm doing. See her feet.
She's missing half her tail.
She won't let us touch her hands very much. She's very protective over them, but she's missing fingers. Let's see. There's her tail. Her tail should look a lot
Her tail should be like this tail.
Sophie's tail, yeah. And go ahead now.
So I mean, come here, Simon. Come on, over here. Good boy. Good boy. Sissy, the other one, you can hear her squeaking. Sissy won't come over here because of everybody else going over here. She's more of a loner. Sissy's got what is the equivalent of Down syndrome, and because she's got that, she knows she's got a difference in her.
Come on.
You want to come here, baby? She's trying to come to me. So she will stay away and not get into the group with everybody else. Now her and Sophie will play together because Sissy is one that she loves everybody. She's very compassionate. But so now you've kind of heard some stories with backgrounds of some of these guys. And here's the problem. Most people, you get a cute little puppy, or you get a cute little monkey, or you get any kind of cute animal, and it's great. They're cute, they're playful, they're everything you dreamed of at first. The people can't fathom the fact that, like with the monkeys, they're going to live anywhere from 20 to up to 50 years. So that's 20 to 50 years. You're responsible for them because you've taken them in. And if you aren't prepared for that, or aren't somebody that's willing to put your life on hold for an animal, because that's what happens. You have to be responsible and put that animal first, because they depend on you just like a baby depends on its parents, because they can't get out and do anything else. They can't survive in the wild any longer because they've been brought into homes.
Well, all of these guys were bred in
all these
captivity, so they
they've
were
never
all
been.
bred to be pets. Or in Amy's case, she was actually bred or was a breeder. So she come from a background where they used her for being able to sell other monkeys. Now, with that being said, we originally purchased, for which you don't see them in here, because we've got a total of 10 monkeys here. We have 4 that we have purchased. We purchased as pets, and that was before we started taking in others. We are not dead set against private ownership, but what we are is we are dead set against people that do not do their research, that get these animals, regardless of what kind of animal, because I've got snakes, I've got bearded dragons, I've got a ferret. Well, actually, we've had 3 ferrets. We're down to 1 now. All of them have been sick, and when we've taken them in. But the purpose of it is that people just, I don't know, it breaks my heart. People get these animals and they don't know what it takes. And it doesn't matter if it's a puppy or if it's a cat or if it's a monkey, like Jeff said. You know, you've got to do your research, because this right here is 35 to 40 years old. Life expectancy for a capuchin is about 40 years. So every day we wake up, we are so blessed that we're waking up and we're finding her. We've had to make traumatic diet changes with her. We work with our vet continuously. We have an awesome primate vet, and we've made very different changes with all of them. We're real strict on what we feed. We do not feed junk food. We do not feed fruit a lot, because in case you didn't know, fruit has actually a lot of sugar in it, and that can cause them to be diabetic. Monkeys are very prone to be diabetics. And so we're real strict on what we feed. And, you know, it's crazy when you see these guys, and yeah, they are so cute. This is amazingly cute and everything, but there's so much work into it that you guys don't know. You know, every day I spend the first half of my day cleaning cages.
And that means cleaning poop. So it's not all glory. They poop a lot. So they don't sleep in diapers. So there's a lot of poop through the night. These guys, as you see, they're all wearing diapers out here around us because we don't want them pooping on us.
And no, monkeys, Sophie, monkeys do not generally throw their poop. I know that'll be one of the questions, because we get that question all the time. But during the summertime, they'll have an outside enclosure that they can go into, and they'll be able to be without their diapers and stuff. It's just, we're in Missouri, and Missouri is very cold and very rainy right now. I say we're in Mudville because there's ankle deep mud everywhere. Of course, I don't think we get near the snow you guys get, but still we get a bunch. I think Annie's gone to sleep, y'all. This is her life. She's so spoiled. She's
and it's funny that she's so spoiled, because before she came here, she had never been handled by people. She never had people hold her or people touch her. She was, because she's a breeder, she's got her full set of teeth. No sign.
Good job.
She's prone to bite and just be very rough. She didn't understand people wanted to touch her and pet her or love on her. So she had never been held like this until we got her in August of last year. So it's just a huge change in her. And now she's gotten spoiled to it, and she's really found out she enjoys it. She loves that. It's not anything she's ever been able to enjoy. I don't know if y'all can see him in that ladder or not, but he's flopping a rope around.
So with Annie going to her in her age, when she first got here, she had a double ear infection, and of course with all her other stuff, she had a finger. Stop.
Come here. Leave her
She
alone.
had a finger that was broke and was across all her other fingers, just literally like this, flopped across. And the person that surrendered her to us surrendered her, and he had her for 5 years. And he said that finger had been like that. So one of the first things when we take in anybody is we go to our vet. Like I said, we've got an amazing primate vet, and he does a checkout, and he looked at her finger, and he's like, yeah, no, we've got to fix that. And so he ended up amputating it. Oh, I wish he'd open up, but it's amputated to where it's all the way here, because he wanted to be sure he got to where there was good tissue and stuff so that she wouldn't end up with more infection. She does have a cataract in one eye, and even though cataracts are something that can be treated in primates, because of her age, he will not touch her because it involves a long, lengthy surgery and her being under anesthesia for a long time. So we just kind of deal with it, but she's had it for so long now that she's learned to adapt. She has no vision on her left side, so she doesn't recognize that. I think she maybe can see a little shadows, but she's learned to get around pretty good. She does not like Simon. I mean, she will bow up at that board and woo, it's hilarious. And then like with Sissy, I wish she would come down. Sissy, one of the common things, and you'll notice with Simon too, they do not have teeth. Everybody else, out of 10 monkeys, we have 2 that do not have teeth, and everybody else does, because we don't believe that he should pull teeth unless it's medically necessary. Sissy, they pulled her teeth when she was around 5, and she will be 31. Sophie, she will be 31 in August. That was very common 20 plus years ago. They pulled teeth, and normally it would start out with canines, because they have canines just like a dog does. And they started out with pulling canines. Well, then they were still getting bit. Instead of training their monkeys not to bite, they would just go pull their teeth. So we have to do a whole complete diet change with her and with Simon. They have to have softer foods like their monkey biscuits and stuff like that. We have to continuously.
No, we're not going out. I want to put you
I bet she'll say hi.
I know. I gotta get her turned around. Come here.
So like we said,
Look.
Sissy is
Look. See you
she's a
stuff in there?
big talker,
See?
and she'll tell
You
hi.
wave. You wave. Say hi.
She has the
Say hi.
equivalent of Down syndrome.
Say
Our
hi.
vet says that if you kind of notice her face, if you
Say
know
hi.
a human that has Down syndrome, you'll kind of pick up on it.
Some of the traits.
Yeah. She is a loner. She does like to spend most of her time just in her room. She does come out and play, but she likes strict schedules. She likes everything to be consistent. She does not like when things are changed at all, because her routine is her routine. And a lot of times she'll wave and she'll tell you hi, but she's a talker and she's loud when she talks. So if some of you kids are talkers and your mom is steadily telling you, or your daddy or your grandma, and your teachers are like, you've got to stop. That's Sissy. If she was in a classroom, she would probably stay up at the teacher's desk all the time, because she's just nonstop, just loud like this. She's crazy. Simon, that's nasty. And then if you notice with Simon, like Jeff was telling you earlier, his teeth, he had them or had some when he got here, and because of the infection in his mouth, our vet looked at it and he's like, yeah, that's a lot of the reason why he was struggling so hard at his previous home, is because he had that pain in his mouth. If you've ever had a toothache, you can imagine if you have it all in your mouth. So he had like multiple teeth that had infection and had like knots and stuff like that in his mouth. And so that caused a lot of the problem. And why? I mean, you know, only thing he knows is to bite. And so with Sophie has full sets of teeth, except she's losing her baby teeth right now. So she is missing some, but it's only because just like us humans, they lose their baby teeth and get big teeth. What we do with her is we teach no bite. So if she puts her mouth on our hands, it's no bite. And she knows now. You will see her at times where it looks like she's biting us, but in reality, she's licking us. And that's her giving us kisses and letting us know that she's paying attention to what we say. We still struggle some with Simon learning. We tell him no mouth, and he still wants to do mouth. And he still has a few fragments of teeth, and so he's a lot rougher with me than he is with Jeff, because with monkeys, you have an alpha. Alpha means being the top dog. It's like in your classroom, your teacher is your alpha. In your home, there's one parent, grandparent, whatever your situation is, that is more in charge than the other. That's your alpha. And with monkeys, they look for an alpha. And so with us, Jeff being the alpha of our home, Simon knows he has to respect him, and he will not go after him like he will me. With monkeys, it's never a matter of will they bite, it's more a matter of when will they bite. You know that from the beginning. We've got 4 marmosets, which a lot of people know them as the finger monkeys. I got bit from one of the girls not too long ago to the point, no sir, to the point that, I mean, it was pretty bad because they're shredders. And then we have 2 owl monkeys, which I wish I could bring out, but they can't be with these guys. They're just like big lovers and stuff. But I know your times are kind of, I can't see how long we've been on, but if you guys have particular questions, if y'all want to start asking some questions, we'll be glad to kind of answer your questions. You know, I think we've covered most of, and I know one of the questions that Ms. Nicole asked us is, that you guys had wanted to know was how we get the monkeys. Everybody has come from different circumstances and different ways, but most of the time for a sanctuary to get a monkey, it's because, like we said earlier, maybe the people that had them can't handle them anymore. It could be because someone's gotten ill. And honestly, most of the time, if it's a good monkey, I won't say good monkey, bad monkey, but if it's a healthy monkey with no problem, most of the time it's because the people that can afford monkeys are older people. And then the monkeys are basically outliving their people. And so that's another problem, is it's so hard on them for adjusting. These guys have done great with their adjusting with us, but it's taken time and a lot of patience. Everybody, all 3 of these here have been with us for almost 2 years. Annie has only been with us for since August. And then the other ones that we have that we've taken in, we've had Lexi and Benji for 4 years, 3 years.
I think Nicole's classes are going to have to go. They're starting to thank you all. I think they're going to submit some questions via their letters that they're going to be sending. So.
Okay. I don't know why I was thinking that I was watching for an hour, not 30 minutes. I forgot she said 30 minutes.
Yep.
Somebody should have butted in sooner. Sorry, guys. We enjoyed y'all. Sorry we didn't get y'all to questions, but y'all write us. Y'all send us pictures, whatever. We'll be glad to get back with you.
Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it.
Bye. Thank y'all.